Is a significant theme, particularly around the loss of your mother. How did you navigate that loss while also experiencing other major life changes?
So some of the things that I don't mention in my book is that during my time of loss, which is losing my mom, I was part of a particular church, and I used to frequent that church with my mom. And actually her last Christmas, she was at that church, I remember how she didn't want to leave. We had this lunch thing that we needed to get to, and she didn't want to leave. And my siblings, we were going back in the church one by one. Call Mama. She doesn't want, her hands are raised. It's like she knew it's the last Christmas. The next one, go, you go. You and I went. She says she's coming, we must wait. And she was just worshiping and worshiping. She wouldn't leave church. And she ended up even not going to the Christmas lunch. She was like, no, you guys, I'll stay home. You guys go on. I think I'm weak. She stayed alone at the house. We went, to the family gathering. And when she passed, there was so much happening within that church that I didn't understand. And the church didn't support me through that loss. And I think my home cell came once to the house in the worship team because I was a part of them. They came on the day they found out. And no one else came. The pastor's wife, pastors in the church, people who had promised to come. Only my friend who had invited me to the church came, and one or two friends of mine that I had made in the church, but everyone else didn't come. And there were rumors and things being said, and I didn't understand what happened. So I lost that church, and that was the first loss during that period, which I didn't understand what was happening, Well, 8 months later, that pastor called me to apologize. He went on his knees, gave me money, apologized, and I was like, okay, it's fine, I've released you, or, from my heart, it's okay. But at the time, you're losing this church that you loved. Mind you, I was going to church. Tuesday, it's home cell. Wednesday, it's prayer meeting. Thursday, it's choir practice. Friday, it's prayer meeting. Saturday, it's choir practice. Sunday, it's church. That's how much time I'm spending in this church. The whole week. My kids are now loving this church. My mom eventually comes and visits. They are always praying for her. The pastor, during the day, he goes on Facebook Live, we're praying. Midnight, it's midnight prayer. He goes live on Facebook, we are praying. He'll sometimes mention my mom, Melo's mom, let's pray for Melo's mom. This church is my life. So I'm like, what is going on? So that was the first heartbreak, on top of losing my mom. Just after losing my mom, my daughter tells me she's pregnant.
Oh.
Now you can imagine, before my mom passed, in hospital, there was a time I thought it's the medication. She says there's a baby on the bed. My daughter is sitting in reception. I'm like, Mom, no kids are allowed in this ward. She's like, there's a baby on the bed. She's calling all her grandkids. Who's this? That time I don't know my daughter's pregnant. She's calling all the kids. I'm like, nah, Mama, just calm down. You're seeing things like it's the medicine, There's no kids in here. Just calm down. And then after she passes, my daughter now reveals this. I'm like, yeah. Now it's the church, it's my mom, it's my daughter. Friends that I grew up with, there was a group of girls that I grew up with. They all don't pitch to my mom's funeral. Different excuses. This, that. What? All of them. Not even during the week. Okay, I understand the funeral was during the week. The weekend before, the weekend after, 2 weekends after that. Month end, maybe you didn't have money.
For transport.
because you all work. People who showed up for me are people that I didn't expect. People who were not even that close to me, who just rocked up. People drove from far. My mom's friends hired a kumbi. They came from Mafikeng. They all came. These are her friends that were there when we were growing up. They were not even her friends now, later on in life, you know. But those are the moms we grew up with. And they came. People came. Like, the people who came, I didn't expect them. The ones I expected were not there at all. And so this is now adding on to the grief, adding on to the loss, adding on to the pain that I'm already experiencing. And I've lost track now of the question.